Here is a tutorial to work on the Dviparasishasana and Kurmasana, just to get the legs behind the head. Also eventually into Yoga Nidra, so you're lying down and then putting your feet behind your head. I'm going to give you one first stretch. It's like Baddha Konasana, but longer. So say it's the length of your body. There's a tightness in the beginning for some of us. Quite a few of my students and myself experience like it feels tight. It feels almost like when you stretch there, the muscles want to realign themselves. They're crossed. But just keep doing this and it will start to release. First, lift the hip bones, lift the belly, reach for your feet, and still lifting the belly, soften as you lengthen, forward and down. So you can see how this is Supta Kurmasana, just without worrying about the feet going around the head. Keep practicing that one. So that's for the hip and the hamstring rotation. And one wouldn't see it easily or detect it or realize easily that the inner thighs, like Titipasana, hug. The legs have to know, the inner thighs has to know the lift in the belly. And so when we do this, it's called Akarna Dhanurasana. Give a variation we learned, it's generally done holding the toe, but then the foot goes all funny and the knee falls out, and that's exactly what you don't want to do. Hold the outside of your foot and you push your foot into your hand, and as you push your foot into your hand, you try and find the inner thigh muscle there. As we're hugging it, keep it close to the body. Dhanurasana, this is one of the poses. Breathe. So you could, Akarna Dhanurasana is extending the leg out. You could practice that, but for me, more important is learning to hug it in. And then once you've got it in as much, you pull it back. So it starts working behind the shoulder. The knee starts going behind. Then, I'll do the next one on my other leg. You do both legs. When you try and put the foot behind your head, so even just practicing that could work, and then start practicing that. I like to work the knee back, because when you put the foot behind the head, the knee goes back. If it falls out, it's not going to get behind the head. When you bring the knee in, it's going to work its way behind the head. Okay, so do push your calf up, put it over and hook it on your upper arm or shoulder, plant your hand, lift, and then just keep squeezing, squeezing. Okay, and then you could work. So then the same position as before, you could do it like this, hold with both hands and try the arm out, try and pull it back. So there's that same position again, just done it with a variation of not like the yoga pose, which is quite intense. Okay. That will release the lower back. When you're putting your foot behind your head, once this is all nice and relaxed, hopefully, and getting a little bit more flexible, the body does round. You don't, like lots of people think yoga is very straight and you have to sit up straight. You have to round, but later on the scoop happens. So you want to get the tummy and the ribs, you want the bandhas in and lifted. I've really just said it. But sometimes I go, for example, too much round, like, okay, it has to be round. It's like, oh, round. But it's still extended. So you're lifting, 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 and making the body in. Yeah, so that you can get the leg behind, you drop the head. And so now I'm going to use the strength of the belly to lift and push against. And that will depend on how flexible that leg is there. So without putting the foot behind the head, you can still practice what's happening in the body there. I like this one. Yeah. Just watch that you always are hugging with the stomach muscles, not just pulling the foot. Hug and then pull, so you're scooping and then lengthening. So that's what I did for many years. I used to play, okay, at your navel, then bring it to your heart, and then bring it to the forehead, and just relax, and then later on just start being able to go a little more and more and more. Okay, one more. This really nice stretches. Of course, pigeon. No pigeon. I'm going to show you supta pigeon lying down on your back. So pigeon's always good to do. This is a nice stretch for the strength and flexibility. Take your one leg in a lying down pigeon. And if you can get the elbows on the outside. If you can't, just like that, you hold. But you can see the shape is a little different if you hold the ankle. So you do want to get it hugged in and gently pull down. So there we can do some strength in the core. Take a breath in, breathe out, pull yourself towards. Inhale, exhale. So even trying it then with the shoulder and just going a little further and stretch it out. Breathe in, breathe out. And keep working with gently. Okay. And again, you do both sides. Good. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. Namaste.